Welcome back to Garage Shenanigans. Today's a special episode. 5-point harness on the 240. Now, I already have a 5-point harness, but it's technically not SFI approved anymore because I bought it back in like 2010, and it was probably out of date then. This is a brand new from gforce Racing. Got it online, 75, 80 bucks, something like that. It's a latch and link, or link and latch, whatever the fuck pronounce. So I need to remove the old Simpson harness, which shouldn't be too bad. You can move that over the passenger because the passenger doesn't have any fucking seat belts. Install this brand new, very blue seat belt, and then we'll be doing shit, testing shit, bringing it to caffeine and octane as is, dirty as fuck. Who gives a shit? Sorry, my weird reaction to things, I guess, would be a way of putting it. I just filled this thing up with gas, and I forgot that that little gas tank cap is, one, off, and two, there's no O-ring. So once it's full, it's just fumes. Fill the entire cabin with gasoline like it did in high school when I drove this thing every day, and holy crap, just feel really lightheaded. But I think it's a good time to do safety things on the vehicle for lightheaded reasons. So that's what we're doing. Really simple. This stuff comes with all the hardware already pre-on there. Comes with the bolt matches, the bolt, whatever the fuck, mounting plates, and you can actually unwrap this, which I'm going to do for the arms, which this is one of them, because this, instead of being bolted to the ground, is going to be wrapped and tied to the harness bar and then fed through here just like the other one is. So let's get to removing driver's side, install the blue one, and then I'll reinstall the driver's side and passenger at some point. Maybe in this video, maybe not. Okay. Alright, let's get that shit out of the way. Hang on. Okay, so the harnesses, see, the Simpson harness that I have in there already is not actually wrapped per se, because the two arm latches is just one piece, so it just kind of wraps around and comes back. So that's the easiest thing in the fucking world. Then I have one latch down here, which I bolted directly underneath, can't really see, right there to the hook, which I forgot about. So when I put this on the passenger side, I gotta get creative with that. Other than that, it's just directly to the old whatever seat belt mounts. So there's a bolt here, and if I lift this up, there is a bolt back there. So I'm going to unbolt those two, throw in the new ones, and then step by step, yeah. Alright, so the way this is going to be positioned, I think the arm belts don't matter a whole lot, or they do. No, they look like they have the same kind of mounting. Lap belts matter. One, this long piece goes on the left side, and then the other one that has the lack and leech, bowl, whatever, this is going to go on the right side. I don't know if there's a specific reason. That's the way I was taught in a lot of my classes, but yeah, so it's what I'm going to do. All these have SFI rating, 2018, everything's up to date. Very nice, I like it. Okay, but like I said, the mounting points were just exactly where the old mounting points were on an old, that is the wrong bolt, because that goes the other side. But this is where the automatic mounting point for the 240's original belts, and I used the exact same hardware because I figured that's probably the best hardware to use, was the ones that the vehicle just came with. So just gonna thread that through, bolt it down. The other ones over there, there's that bolt and then that one on the floor. Those are both part of the same seat belt mechanism, so you can just pick and choose whichever one. The sub belt, I don't know if I mounted it properly or not, but it is this giant eye bolt right here. I just kind of picked a spot. There's just kind of this hole that's already there, and I just kind of threaded it on there. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to get creative with how that's gonna get mounted on the passenger side. So I think this just has, not these black ones, this is just a regular bolt hole. So I might just be able to thread something just temporary, just to get it set up for today. Then go back and get a proper mounting point for that. Okay, back to doing this. But like I said, it's as simple as just putting this exactly where the old seatbelts were, and my seatbelts were removed like 5 years ago. So sorry I can't give instructions on how to remove this whole stupid mechanism. But yeah, let me get all these things bolted in, we'll see what it looks like. And then I'll go over how to wrap this around the way it's supposed to be wrapped. Okay, real quick about these mounting points. I've noticed that I had to flip this one, this piece right here, had to be flipped the other way, because when it's on the surface the way it's supposed to be setting, which I believe is like this, I don't like the way it's not flush against the body. So what I did is I unraveled this lace piece, flipped it around, and then redid it, which is fine. Just have to follow instructions, which kind of comes through here. I'll try to see if I can put the camera on the tripod and go over that with you guys real quick. This kind of gives a little bit more of an idea, side view, of how to go about it. Alright, so let's go over this real quick. Alright, so to disassemble this bracket mount thing, which I'm trying to figure out a way to lay it so I don't mess this up. Alright. Yeah. Just kind of pull it out this way, push it under, bracket, back under here, this comes off, and then out this piece. Then we want to flip this over, thread it back through, and reverse the whole process, essentially. I'll have to look back on how I did all this. And then to get it back through here, the best thing to do, according to the instructions, is to kind of fold into a triangle, push it back through the mounting hardware, flip it over, back through this separator, which I don't know if I gave myself enough room here. Okay, go lace it above again. And you want to back around and make sure that there's enough left over that you can push this back through and you can pull on it. Come on. Go through. Don't make me look dumb. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So just like that. Be nice and tight. Now let's check to make sure that this is going to mount flush, just like I did it on the left side. This is the right belt. Alright, so yes, now this can be mounted like this. It's more flush against the body. I like that a lot more. And now it's ready to put the bolt in. The reason you don't want this belt to be twisted like that and then mounted is because it's going to not, I can't remember what this said, but definitely don't want to do that. It doesn't react the same. It kind of pulls tension differently throughout the threads, and it won't pass inspection if it does that. At least from what my understanding of when I've helped inspection, you can't have them twisted like that. So let me finish mounting this one. I got this one all tight and mounted, and then sub belt, and these things. Fuck these things. No, not so bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, the sub belt has a temporary mounting solution. I don't suggest you ever do this, but this is just so I can get to the car show. It's just I put a flywheel bolt and a big washer and another bolt. I don't like that. I'm gonna get another eye bolt just like I have on the passenger side, which I installed the passenger side really easy. It took a minute to find some of the hardware because I gotta go digging through all my old stuff with the seat belts. So the next step is mounting on here, which again you have to unthread these, and these mounting hardware, I don't think you'll be using the square, you won't be using them where the bolt is, and this will be wrapped around here instead. So same process, except where this loop is right there, this little guy, this will be replaced with this bar. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna get the tripod for this one. Okay. Ow. So, now I'm back here sitting on basically everything. A bunch of bolts and stuff. So, like I said, I don't think it matters which side is where. But, and go ahead and take off this loop. Don't have the instructions in front of me, so I have to rely on what I learned in school. Take this off, remove this. There's a lot more room here. Flip it around. Should be good. This back through here. Tight. And this will come back through here. And it's as simple as that. So now I'll just do the same thing with the other one. These back mounts are done. Like I said, the Simpson one, very different since this is a single lap. It just loops around like this and then goes back to the headrest, and then this is done. So this didn't have nearly as much complicated maneuvering. Yep, I can reach it. Whoa. Get back through there. And it's gonna have to take a lot more adjusting after everything is mounted and done. I have to sit and see and make sure everything is well adjusted. Really long. Okay, now that everything's mounted, I'm going to, I don't know what this needs to be on there or not. I think it's just so you don't pinch yourself. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm gonna leave it on there just for at least the end of this video until I figure out whether or not it's important. Man, this is... Okay. Well, this side, as I said, needs to be adjusted more in the back. I can adjust the lap belt, so that's about it. Let me just go over how to put this on. Take left arm belt, put that through. Then you put the anti-sub belt mounting latch through. Then you get the right arm. Oh, these things are fucking stupid long. Okay. You put the right arm through, and then this all sits through nicely. Okay, two things. One, this does matter which one you put on, because the way the mounting hardware is, it needs to be like this, because that makes logical sense. So left and right, there is a thing. It goes over like this. Sub belt in the middle. The left one goes all the way through. Let me just restart this. Adjust the fuck out of these things. Yeah. Okay. Readjusted everything. Swapped the left and the right the way it was supposed to be swapped. Now, let's go back. It's flipped. Let's go back over adjustments and the way this is supposed to be mounted. Okay. So this one first, with a big leather piece. You put in the left, then you put in the anti-sub belt, then the right lap belt, which this has the lock on it. So this whole left piece interlocks through here, and then you put the latch down. That locks everything in tight. Now, you'll notice these right here and these right here. This will help pull tightly, and this will adjust the overall tightness. Now, if you want to loosen it, lift this up, pull, lift up right here. I just did this earlier, a second ago. This one, a little bit different. Probably best to adjust that without the lock on, but all right. So, pull this back down, try to get the adjustment just right. Feels nice and snugly. All right. I feel good. I'm gonna try to make a video tomorrow. If I get the camera right. I'm going to Caffeine and Octane for the first time with 240. I've been maybe 3 other times. Yeah. Stay tuned for that. There'll be more videos on the 240 coming soon. I'm doing a lot more mods on this thing. This was the first to go. I needed safety for the second passenger seat over here, so Courtney can ride with me legally. She's been riding with me without a seatbelt. Don't recommend that. But now I got 2 seatbelts. I can take her around the town a little bit more, and I need some suspension components. If you look on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I did an alignment on this thing for the first time in like 7 years. The driver's side rear suspension, something's fucked up on the toe. It won't go in spec, so something's probably bent. So I'm gonna get lower control arms. I'm gonna get some camber adjustment, new toe arms, and another thing. I can't remember what the other one is. The whole multi-link system I'm essentially trying to replace slowly over time. So stay tuned for that. There's gonna be a lot of suspension work. This whole fucking bushings and everything over this car is fucked. So that's all gotta go at some point. I gotta fix my radio. I gotta fix this door because it doesn't open from the inside. And probably look at the heat. The heat's always on. I don't know why. Super frustrating. So like, comment, subscribe if this video was helpful or entertaining. Whatever. You want to see some more 240, want to see less 240, let me know. There hasn't been much, so hopefully you guys want to see more, because I'm going to do more fucking regardless. So like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. See you guys in the next video.